Severance has a fundamental problem. First, a couple notes about episode 4. We got a little bit of a doozy as the gang gets teleported to the fucking Antarctic. It's a pretty visually striking episode, some good moments, some creepy ass shit.
It looks like Mark.
Also, it was a bonkers ass move to cut straight from this.
Hey there, who are you?
To this, without any explanation whatsoever.
Where are we? I have no fucking idea.
I do think that the what is it called? The Bork is potentially a direct result of Mark's reintegration. Perhaps they found out about it and then sent them all here to like cool him off or something. But the fundamental problem is how much the innies have been crossing over with the outside world lately. Last week we had Dylan meeting his wife. This week they're just full on outdoors. I mean, I feel like part of the reason that the show is so interesting is the dynamic of the innies being in constant captivity. This feeling that Lumen be Lumen, that it'll never let them go, will never release this hold it has on them. This made the finale so exciting when they finally got to experience the outside world. There was a reason that I theorized in episode 1 that all this talk of any reform was bullshit, because that's what Lumen does, and that's what they need to do. The characters being prisoners is the whole premise of the show. So the fact that Lumen is letting the innies cross over with the outside world so much makes me feel like we're losing the glue that holds the show together. That glue for Lost was that the characters were stranded on a deserted island. If they could come and go to the mainland as they pleased, it would destroy the dynamic of the show. And I'm not saying Severance is getting bad, but unless there's some grand story reason for all this overlap that we don't know yet, I gotta say it's detracting from the show for me. Quick theory about the dead mastodon or whatever the fuck. I'm thinking maybe the weird avatars are animatronics or balloons or something. So maybe the seal is one of those? I don't know. Speaking of the avatars, why would you not go up to them and examine them and see what the fuck they are? I mean, I can understand if they're scared by them, but like, come on. And speaking of Lost, I do fear that Severance might be following in its footsteps by writing checks it can't cash with all these new mysteries. But anyway, that's about it for me for this week. Another fairly uneventful episode, so we'll catch you next time. Did you really think I would just fail to mention it? Nope, Hellies are outie. We held strong. We never backed down. God, it feels good to be right. I did find it strange that the episode in which they chose to reveal that Helly is her outie on the severed floor was an episode that took place entirely away from the severed floor. I'm sure they had a reason for it, and you could probably read all kinds of things into it, but at this point, it's a little bit lost on me. Mark and Helena hooking up is obviously gonna have huge ramifications, I would imagine. It's gonna be very sad for Helly. And holy shitballs, I was just scrubbing through episode 1 just now, and look!
Pineapple bobbing.
She even makes a weird face at the end because at the end her face goes weird. I also found myself at numerous points in this episode fearing that Irving was gonna fall off a cliff or freeze to death or get shot in the face or be eaten by a bear or explode, and thankfully he didn't die, but he kinda died, like Innie died, but shit, I don't know. I still don't feel like this is the end for him, but they've certainly been trying to scare us with regards to him since episode 1. So anyway, goodbye for now. Have a good week. Don't forget I was right. Treat your loved ones with respect, and we'll see you next time. By the way, I have a video about Lost if you want to watch that. I'll link it below. Teehee.